There's a video file that's been re-uploaded thousands of times. Every version is the same. A green-eyed sprite, a bleeding smile, and a message that appears before it ever begins to play. I am God. Most people watch it, laugh, and move on. But 3 people who didn't just watch it and who played it left behind something the internet has never been able to fully explain. This is what they found. In order. In 1997, Sega released a cheerful little racing game called Sonic R Bright Tracks. Sunny beaches, cartoon characters racing under a blue sky. It was harmless. That matters. Remember how harmless it was. Because almost 10 years later, something started circulating on horror forums that wore Sonic's face like a mask. It was called Sonic.exe. Not a real Sega product, a file. A homemade disc that passed from hand to hand, always the same way. Someone you sort of knew gave it to you, told you it was a fan game, and seemed a little too relieved when you took it. The disc had no label except 3 words, written in marker, play as Sonic. And when you ran it before any game appeared, a black screen showed a single line of text. I am God. What follows are 3 accounts, posted years apart by 3 people who never met. They don't agree on much, but they describe the same 3 rooms, the same 3 levels, and the same thing waiting at the end of each one. Before the first account, you need to know the rules because all 3 victims broke the same one. The game is structured as 3 levels. In each one, you play as a character, and you are being hunted. The thing hunting you looks like Sonic. It is not Sonic. Its eyes are black, leaking red. Its smile doesn't move, and it does not run at you. It waits at the end. It lets you come to it. The forums agreed on 3 rules. 1, you cannot win. Every level ends the same way at ding, your character is caught. The game wants you to keep playing anyway. 2, the game speaks to you. Between levels, text appears using your real name, not your username. Your name. And 3, the rule all 3 of them broke. When the screen goes black and asks you a question, do not answer. The moment you respond, the game stops being a game. It starts being a conversation. Keep that rule in mind. Because the first person to break it thought he was just playing along. The first account was posted in 2011 by a user who called himself Tom. A friend handed him the disc at a party, a friend who, Tom wrote, wouldn't stay in the room while I looked at it. Tom thought it was a prank, so he played along. The first level put him in a green hill that should have been cheerful. But the sky was wrong. The animals hanging from the trees were wrong. And the music was the bright Sonic R song. Slowed down, dragging, deep. He ran. The blue figure at the end of the level never chased him. It just waited. And when it caught him, because Rule 1 says it always does, the screen went black and a line of text appeared, using his name. Tom, do you like this game? And Tom, thinking it was his friend's idea of a joke, thinking he was clever, typed back, not really. He broke Rule 3. The screen answered, that's okay, I like you. Tom's last post said his computer wouldn't turn off that night. Not sleep, off. He unplugged it. The screen stayed lit. He never posted again under that name. The second account is the one that's hardest to read. Posted in 2014 by a girl who said she'd played the game with her older brother 3 years earlier. The same year, the same disc as Tom. She thinks her brother was the friend at the party. She only watched. She never touched the keyboard. So for years, she thought she was safe. She described the second level, a drown zone, water rising, a character named Tails who doesn't make it. And at the end, the question using her brother's name. He answered it. She watched him answer it. After that night, she wrote, her brother changed, stopped sleeping, covered the webcam on every device in the house. Then he moved away, they lost touch. She wrote the post because of what happened the week before. 3 years of silence, and then a message from an account with her brother's old name. One line. He remembers you watching. The third account isn't a forum post. It's a stream. Archived, re-uploaded, then taken down. But people who saw it live all describe the same thing. In 2019, a small streamer decided to play Sonic.exe on camera to prove the curse was fake. His audience, a few hundred people, watched the whole thing. He breezed through the first 2 levels, laughing, reading the chat. The escalation everyone remembers came in the 3rd level. First, the music in his headphones started playing in the chat's tabs too. Viewers reported the slowed-down song coming from their own speakers, though he wasn't loud enough to bleed through. Hundreds of people, same song, same moment. Then, the game used his name. Then, it used a viewer's name, someone in the chat, by their real name, not their handle. The chat stopped laughing, and in the final black screen, the question appeared. But this time, it didn't ask the streamer anything. It asked the chat, "Which one of you is next?" And every viewer on their own screen saw their own name in the blank. Each person saw only theirs. The stream cut out. The streamer never went live again. His last tweet that night was 4 words. "Don't re-upload the VOD." People did anyway. That's how the file spread. That's maybe how you've seen the green-eyed face before. Have you? Which brings us back to that video file. The one that's been re-uploaded thousands of times. 3 people played the game. The one who answered for himself. The one who only watched. And the one who let a crowd watch with him. 3 rules all broken the same way. They acknowledged it. And here's what connects all 3 accounts. The detail that should be impossible. Tom posted in 2011. The sister in 2014. The streamer in 2019. They never met. They used different words, different countries, different machines. But all 3 transcribed that first black screen identically. The same 2 words before anything else loaded. I am God, a homemade fan file, on 3 different discs, opening with the same impossible line. All 3 accounts are gone now. Tom's username, deleted. The sister's post, removed by a moderator who left no reason. The stream, erased from every platform that originally hosted it. Someone or something cleans up after this story. Every time it surfaces, it goes quiet again until someone re-uploads it, like right now. Is Sonic.exe real? The file is real. You can find it in an afternoon. It's a fan creation. A creepypasta with good art and a famous face. Almost certainly nothing more. But here's the part I can't explain, and you can test it yourself. Every account of this game says it greets you by your real name. Not the name you typed, not your username, your name. So, if you ever find an unlabeled disc that just says, "Play as Sonic," and a friend hands it over a little too eagerly, you can run it if you want. Just know that the moment it says hello, it already knows who you are. Tell me your name in the comments, and it likes that.